Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, my subscribers on YouTube, peeps on Facebook, everybody at WCC, everybody at House of Nordham, and everybody else around the free world. It is the DOUG here for his WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view picks. Now, technically, there's only 4 matches on the card right now. That is pretty disappointing, so there must be any new matches the day of the pay-per-view. Granted, there was one challenge thrown out on the main event, if anybody watched that, like Baxter challenge Cody, let me rephrase that, Stardust and Goldust, so we'll have to see if that match gets made official. If it is a match at the pay-per-view, because it hasn't been announced, hasn't been made official yet, but, you know, they challenge him. If Cody, I keep wanting to say Cody, if Stardust and Goldust accept, I'm taking Stardust and Goldust to win that match. Period. Moving on to matches that are actually happening at the pay-per-view. First up, the Divas title match. Paige will be defending her title against Naomi. Now, I think this will be a good match. I don't think Naomi's going to win, guys. I think Paige is going to win because of Cameron. Cameron has had an attitude problem as of late. And I have a very, very strong feeling she's going to screw her partner over, because in her mind, if she can't be champion, Naomi can't be champion, you know. So I think Cameron's turning heel, which I think is good, because let's be honest, Naomi's the one with the talent in the group, and Cameron, anybody who's sat through Total Divas knows she's a complete, total fucking bitch, you know. So, yeah, I don't see Cameron winning. I see Cameron fucking her partner Naomi over in this one. I really do. Should be a good Divas match, though, because both of them are talented, but Cameron's going to fuck it up. So, Paige wins. Next, the WWE Tag Team title match. It will be the Usos taking on the Wyatt family. And I love both these tag teams, so this one's kind of hard for me to pick, because I like the Usos, the high energy. The Wyatts take me back to the good old days when you had Brute Force as your tag team champions. I'm actually going to take the Wyatts on this one. I think this will be a very good match. Again, I don't think it's going to be as good as the last tag team title match I saw, Red Dragon versus Bad Influence. But this should be a good tag team match. Very good, interesting. I think Wyatts will win this one now. So Usos, it's been a nice run, but it's time for the Wyatts to bring home some gold. Alright, up next, one of the 2 Money in the Bank briefcase matches, which does have a little bit of interestingness. Well, you call it interesting, I call pissing me off. Kofi Kingston, RVD, Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Jack Swagger, and maybe Wade Barrett. As it was announced on the WWE app and WWE.com, Wade Barrett got injured at the SmackDown tapings. It looks like he separated his shoulder thanks to Jack Swagger. So the question is this, and I don't think if he's able to go, we won't know probably till Sunday. I highly doubt if he's able to go. To separated shoulders, that can take anywhere from a week to a few months to heal, depending on how bad it is. Granted, I know a lot of people said Wade Barrett should be stripped of the belt. I don't think they're going to strip him of the belt because, you know, there's that 30-day thing. Remember, this ain't like Daniel Bryan's injury. You know, this one, separated shoulders usually heal quickly, so he'll probably be, if he misses, and remember, technically, there's not a title, no IC title match at Money in the Bank, and depending how far Battleground is, because usually I know, granted, storyline here, usually it is, you know, 30 days, so we'll have to see if he, now if he can't go in 30 days, then yeah, strip him of the belt, but if he can, let him keep it. So that brings up the question, if he's not able to go, what happens? You know, a lot of people have speculated that they'll leave the spot open, which I actually would say don't give it to anybody. Some people have said give it to Christian, or Ray, or Miz, or CM Punk, which I can't believe that name came up again. Let's be honest here. If it's Christian, Ray, or Miz, they're not winning this match. You know, and that's unfortunate because Wade Barrett, I think he was one of the 3 favorites, if not the favorite, because I think a lot of people, like if Seth Rollins or Dean Ambrose wins, everyone would be saying, oh, WWE's being predictable. Wade Barrett would have been the unpredictability. Granted, he isn't a Continental Champion. He would have been like The Miz when Miz won Money in the Bank when Miz was U.S. Champion. But unfortunately, it looks like that's not going to happen. If it's CM Punk who wins it, that would be a slap in the face to everyone in the back, and that will prove CM Punk is nothing more but a hypocrite. Because we all know he left because he got tired of guys like Batista coming back and getting pushed. He left because he got tired of guys like The Rock, who got to come back and be WWE champion. If CM Punk were to come back now, win the briefcase, cash in, and become WWE champion, he would be the exact same thing The Rock was last year. Gone for a few months, then comes back and gets everything handed to him on a silver platter. He would be the biggest hypocrite in this business. And that's a fact. Period. You don't like it? Well, deal with it. So I hope no one takes his Wade Barrett spot if he can't go. So, well, what does that mean though for this match? Well, unfortunately now that makes the pick hard. Because with Wade Barrett most likely being out unless he gets the okay, you're really only stuck with 3 choices. Well, originally you had 4 because Ziggler was also a favorite. But now you're stuck with 3. RVD's over the hill. I don't think he's going to win it. I love Kofi Kingston, but guess what? He's a jobber right now. I'd be shocked if he won it. Granted, it would be great for the pay-per-view, because it'd be the most unpredictable thing they did at Money in the Bank this Sunday. If it's Swagger, which I don't think it's going to be now, because given the injury to Wade Barrett, and Swagger doesn't have that connection with the fans. Let's be honest, that's Zeb Coulter. Zeb Coulter's the reason why. So you're really only left with Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Ziggler. And I'm going to take Ziggler. Don't get me wrong, I love Seth Rollins, I love Dean Ambrose, and I love Ziggler. And I love Wade Barrett, and I love Kofi. But I feel out of the ones that are favored, I think Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, they don't need the briefcase. Because I think we can all agree that they will probably be heavyweight champion without it. Will the briefcase make for a better storyline? Yeah, probably. Do they need it? No. Briefcase to me is for a guy who normally would not get to be champion because of booking. That's why I've always said whoever wins Money in the Bank should be the guy who needs it to make themselves better, to apply themselves to be a higher stature, to get that main event status. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins already have it. Okay, period. They already have it. They don't need the briefcase. So I'm taking Ziggler. Now, if Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose win, while that will be great, we're all going to say the same thing. WWE was being predictable. And don't tell me you're not going to say that, because we know you are, so deal with it. Apparently I'm stealing that from Batista, I don't care. So, I'm taking Ziggler. Now, the last one. The title match. Money in the Bank. When he becomes champion, this was because Daniel Bryan was stripped of the belt. I'm sure most likely when Daniel Bryan comes back, he would be put back in the title picture. At least he should. I know there's some people who don't like Daniel Bryan, but let's remember, and I've said this, him getting stripped of the belt in his short title when everyone's like, oh, that was bad. I can't say good or bad. It was really just a lot of bad luck. I mean, think about it. He wins the belt, boom, his dad dies. What 2 weeks later? I'm saying, he's to be honest, I think him taking off is a good thing, because he's probably got a lot of emotional stress, between getting married, happy moment, dad dying, terrible moment, and with him back-to-back weeks, yeah, that's not good. He needs to take time off, recoup his mind, get everything straight, and then come back. So the injury yes, the injury is probably not good. It probably is giving him time to reflect, which is always good. So yeah, there's that. Now, that's why we have this being stripped. And I'm not surprised King's in it. Kane was added this past Monday, so you got Kane, Sheamus, Del Rio, Cesaro, Roman Reigns, Cena, Orton, and Bray Wyatt. And I have a big problem with this match. There's at least 3 guys in here who should not be in it. Technically 4, but I'll leave Del Rio in it. The 3 who should not be in it are Sheamus, Bray Wyatt, and Roman Reigns. And I'm sure people are going to want to just say nasty, hateful things in the comments, because I don't want Roman Reigns in this or Bray Wyatt. Now, I like Bray Wyatt, okay? I have made that abundantly clear. I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan, and I'm not a Roman Reigns fan. I've said that. I don't find him entertaining. But I don't want both. I don't think neither one should be in this match, because to me they're not ready to be the face of a company. Okay, let's be honest. What has Roman Reigns proved? What has Roman Reigns' successful singles titles wants to make you believe he could carry the company? Well, yes, I know there's been some people whose first title has been the WWE title. Let's remember, Sheamus' first one is WWE Champion. That was his first title. It sucked. Taker's, guess what? It lasted a few days before he lost it back to Hogan. Okay. I've always believed that your first title should not be the heavyweight championship of the company. Should never be. No, hell no on that. And to a certain extent, Bray Wyatt is still green. So is Roman Reigns to a certain extent. Granted, both of them have had high-profile matches. I just feel if they win it, it would be a slap in the face to the guys in the back who never got the push that they richly deserved, like William Regal, a guy who should have been champion but never got it, and guys who who have been in the WWE for a few years now, who have never got the opportunity to shine or got the push as WWE Heavyweight Champion. So, yeah. Again, that's just my preference. I know I'm sure everyone's gonna hate me for it. I'm sure everyone's gonna write nasty comments about it because I don't think like them. Or that's your prerogative, but this is my opinion. So deal with it. Yeah, and I don't think Sheamus should be in it because he's U.S. Champion. I think that's a waste of space. I would be shocked if he wins this match. Because if he wins it, he'll be joining the likes of Warrior and Goldberg, where he won the Heavyweight Championship by holding the secondary title. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but we shall see. So, that leaves Kane, Del Rio, Cesaro, Cena, and Orton as the people I pick from. I don't think it's going to be Del Rio. I do like Del Rio. He is very talented. He does entertain me. Unfortunately, he has lost that connection with the fans, with a majority of them, unless you're a part of the Latino community or you've watched his work in Mexico. And the biggest reason for that, he lost Ricardo Rodriguez. If he still had his mouthpiece, so to speak, he'd be fine. But he doesn't. Kane. Well, yes, I would have no problem with Kane winning. I don't think he's going to, because I just don't think it's going to happen. Granted, if he does win, that would be great. I wouldn't mind Kane becoming champion. I like Kane. It would be a nice send-off because we know Kane's is getting too old for this shit. Oh, he is up there in age. But he's probably in there just to be the monster and pretty much the authority's boy, so to speak. Randy Orton and Cena. Okay, I've made no bones about this. I'm not one of their two biggest fans. I think if you give one of them the belt, I think you would be making the WWE fans mad, so to speak. Not the younger ones, because the younger fans would probably like this, and the women will. The women will freaking go Google Gaga over this. If it's Orton, Orton's been very boring as WWE champion the last few times he's had it. It seems like he hasn't had the fire lit in his ass to actually give a shit. As far as for Cena, okay, well, I've seen his promos would be good as usual. Unfortunately, it would be the same MO. It's like almost any time we get a new person as champion within 3 months, Cena somehow wins the belt back. And you know what's sad though? Cena don't have been around the WWE picture since SummerSlam. That's what makes me a little upset. But funny when says, "Well, Doug, Cena was injured." Yeah, he was injured. Then when Cena came back, what was the first thing he did? He won the WWE World title. Won it on his first night back. So don't give me that crap. He's been around the title picture. And I don't want him to win it. I think if I'm WWE, and granted, I know there's some people who would disagree with me on this. I gotta say, you gotta give Cesaro the belt. He is the most ready to me of the guys who are in this situation. Him, Reigns, and Wyatt. I think he's the most ready. I think he could actually do well. And with Paul Heyman would never shut up, which would always be, hey, bring your heat, get people to hate him, or And that would be the only bad thing I would see with Cesaro winning it. Some of the fans may turn on him very quickly. That would be the other reason why I wouldn't want Roman Reigns or Bray Wyatt to win either. Let's be honest, most fans of today, they are turned very quickly once that person they want as champion wins the belt. Okay? Fandango gets popped. Well, Fandango never won a belt, but let me just give you some examples. Fandango wins at WrestleMania. Everyone's like, oh, he's going to be Intercontinental Champion because he got an IC title match. Gets injured. Everyone stops caring. Ziggler cashed in Money in the Bank, becomes World Champion, gets injured. Half of us stopped caring. It seems like anytime somebody becomes champion, if they get injured, we stop caring, or B, we boo them because we want to like the next flavor of the month. You know, I've been noticing that with a lot of the younger fan base as of late. There's a lot of people who want a new flavor of the month, a new champion every month. You can't do that. Okay, that won't work in this business. Alright? At least, it wouldn't work to me. But, hey, what do I know? I've been a fan of this sport since I was a kid. You know, I remember the 80s and 90s, so whatever. But I'm going to take Cesaro on this one. Granted, my brain's telling me it's probably going to be Cena or Orton, but hey, I want it to be Cesaro. So just as a recap, I have Stardust and Goldust if that match gets official by this week, because that was announced on the main event challenge. Paige, the Wyatt family, Ziggler, and Cesaro. So, let me know what you think of my picks. Do you agree or disagree? And until next time, this is the DOUG signing off. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time, folks. Woo!